Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've uploaded. Something like 2 months? Somewhere along those lines. And today I'm with a new game, at least for the channel, American Truck Simulator. Now, before I start anything and go anywhere, I'm sure you noticed I have $373,000 and this decently upgraded Kenworth. And reason being is I played this game before I started recording it. My intention was to get this game and start recording when I first started playing, but I played it off camera first, and I got a little addicted. It's a very great game, I love this game, but I got a little carried away to the point where I am... Where is it? Where does it show? For all this time you'd think I'd know. There it is, level 17, almost 18. 18 is my goal, because there's a truck that I want to get at 18. But, long story short, I've just been grinding. Alright, I bought this Kenworth. It was a used Kenworth. I bought it for $82,000. Shipped it down to my garage in McAllen, and I'm here. Now, I haven't really left Texas. I've got most of the DLCs installed, not Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa, Missouri, Louisiana. I want them. I'll get them eventually, but there's still plenty to explore in the western half of the country. I've stayed pretty much in Texas. Um, right now I'm in Laredo. Something interesting happened last time I played. I fell through the map. So that was fun. Either way, let me go ahead and start my truck up here. This series, it's a little different because it's not like there's not a goal particularly that I have. It is very loud when I put my head out the window. There's not particularly a goal I have. Just kind of, I'm gonna play and basically talk about things if I can think about anything to talk about. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Me and my used Kenworth. Soon I'll buy a new one. When I bought it, it had like 50,000 miles on it, I think. Now it's got 70,000. I took out an $100,000 loan to buy it. I have since paid that off. Like, it is completely paid off. That is how much I've been playing. It is insane. But let's see. I'm at the... What dealer is this? This is it's a Mack dealer. All right. But I think you can pick up jobs here. Well, okay. Let me pull up my freight market. I'm in Laredo, so I gotta find a job going out of Laredo. Okay, let's see. There's this to Fort Stockton. That's good money, but it's a big load. Laredo to Beaumont. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, not today. Laredo to San Antonio. I could do this. Huge construction. It's a big load, but it pays about 15,000. I reckon... what about this? I reckon we'll take it to San Antonio with this load. Okay. Yep. I got everything, I think, configured as to how it should be. It can handle it either way. I know that. I've handled some massive loads with this truck. Oh, that doesn't sound very... That does not sound right. Okay, well, let's get on the road here. And something you'll also notice about me, I'm not very law-abiding. I use my blinkers, so that's good. But yeah, I run red lights. It's all about time management, alright? So, this is not the recommended way of driving a semi-truck, or any vehicle for that matter, but especially not a semi-truck. But you know what, I'm here for fun. This thing is a god-awful turning radius. Completely just blew that. Good lord. Okay, well, let's get on the highway here. I believe it was just... I believe it was that way. Could be, where I fell through the map. Can't remember. Or, no. It was coming on that road. The road where I'm going, on the opposite side of the... I can't believe I just did that. The road opposite of the expressway. And I was going the wrong way down the road. And I fell through the map. I hit the freeway and fell through the map. Realistically, I think that was the best case scenario because I thought I was going to hit the wall and just cause terrible damage to my truck because I was going like 50, maybe 60. You don't want to hit anything at that speed because, well, costs, or it gives you a bunch of damage, which costs a lot of money to fix. That's no fun to deal with, so, you know. But yeah, I fell through the map, had to call SOS. That was like $3,000, I think. I was frustrated at first, but looking back, it could have been a lot worse. Oh, the rain. Jeez Louise. Alright. Okay. Blinker. I'm a very safe driver. Good God, dude. Turning is bad enough. Then doing it in the rain is awful. This thing works best in dry weather with a big heavy trailer. That is when this Kenworth drives best. This rain's coming down pretty hard. Gotta merge. Well, I'm gonna use the second lane here. Okay, let's hit the brakes. Slide! Ooh, buddy. Okay, let's just get the wheel all the way to the right. There we go. See, we're making progress, slowly, at Gark Railroads. Lovely. Okay, let's just go down this road here. Here we are. Alright. Oh, great. I hate these. I always crash into them. Because I come barreling through here and I don't stop in time. I overestimate what my Kenworth's brakes can do. Oy, okay. Let's see if this load is still here so I can pick it up. The truck I want, by the way, is an International Lone Star. If we reach level 18, I might do that today, or I might save it for next time. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, it's still here, Laredo to San Antonio. There's another one to San Antonio. That, I don't know. We'll keep the $15,000 one for now. We'll do this, because I don't know if I've hauled huge construction. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, I don't get to back up to the trailer. It's like a mission-oriented one. Okay. I've done a few of these before. Alright. What is that? Like a gas pipe system? Who knows? Alright, well. This makes me a little bit more limited in what I can do. But, alright, yeah. Gotta follow the rules. I hate following rules. Alright, come on, Mr. Policeman. Good God, look at this thing. This thing is bigger than your mother. Very funny. Okay. Let's hope I don't crash into anything. As soon as I say that, my trailer whacks it. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll make it in one piece, hopefully. 4 hour, 30-minute in-game drive. 213 miles from Laredo to San Antonio. But as I'm sure you can see with my grinding... Come on, cop! Jeez! Why are we going so slow? I know the speed limit's 30, but you're going like 10. Okay, come on. Cross railroad tracks. I don't even remember what I was just saying. I got too frustrated with this policeman. Uh, yeah, I don't know. If it comes back to me, if something comes back to me. But yes, I guess I can discuss what I'll be doing this week. Likely. Well, okay, there's two games that I want to play. One I'm already playing, which is American Truck Simulator. And then there's a game, you may or may not have heard of it, called The Anomaly Project. I have that game. I will record it eventually, but I like to do it co-op, so I'm trying to convince a friend to play with me on my channel. I don't know if that'll happen this week, next week, a few weeks from now. Who knows? I don't know. I'm working on that, but I do have a bit of a busy week. I don't know if I'll post every day. I'll try to. Mainly just grinding American Truck Simulator. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just pretty happy to be back. I haven't done this since November, early November. So lovely thunder there. Alright. I've driven across this whole state before, like cross state in the game, and it hasn't stopped raining. I think my rain percentage chance is at like 30. But yeah, I've had trips where the entire journey is just rain. Though it is sunny most of the time, so you know. I have been across most of Texas in real life. Haven't gone too far out west. Furthest west I've been is Lubbock. But I've been pretty much all over the eastern side of Texas and the southern side of Texas. Going up from the Rio Grande Valley to San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Austin. I've been to all those places. San Antonio is my favorite. San Antonio is like the only major Texas city that I like, because Houston is just too big. There's too much going on, too much traffic, too much pollution, too many crazy people. Austin's just weird, man. I don't know. It's still got the same problems as Houston, to a lesser extent. It's just a weird city. I don't much care for it. Then there's Dallas. It's like Houston, typically bad traffic. It's all right, I guess, but Houston's the one I hate with a passion. All right, and yeah, but Austin's weird. Dallas ain't that great, but I do like San Antonio. The history, everything about San Antonio, I do like. It's a nice evening here. I do love the sunsets and sunrises in this game. It's a very good atmosphere. I like the atmosphere of this game. It feels very like calming, especially like driving at night, doing long distance cruises at night. It's just such a vibe. I can't. And it's surprisingly detailed. Like, you'll go to places and it's the actual places. It's the real skylines and all that. I mean, I guess that's what you'd expect, but I just think they did a phenomenal job with this game. And I mean, obviously it's been out for like what, 10 years now, but I've liked this game since I was younger, but now I actually have the chance to play it, and I'm playing it, and I really enjoy it. So, and besides, back then they had like what, 3 states or something. They've obviously had plenty of expansions since then. It'll be great when they like eventually expand to like when they get to all of America. That'll probably be like well over 10 years from now. But having all 50 states and maybe even territories and the other states of like Canada and Mexico, because I think, never mind, I was wrong. But I thought there was a Canadian state available. Never mind. But either way, it'll be cool to have, like, eventually, maybe Canada and Mexico, all 50 U.S. states. I'm sure that's what they're shooting for. I should probably turn on my lights. Hold on. Where are they at? Okay. And overall, I don't have a lot of complaints. Not really any I can think of, to be honest. Apart from stuff like that. Jeez Louise. The AI traffic can be a bit much sometimes, but, you know. Considering I blow through red lights and stop signs and have hit all sorts of cars, hit all sorts of things, got myself in all sorts of trouble, I guess it doesn't mean too much coming from me. Kenworth, you got this. I'm excited to upgrade to the International Lone Star. This is a truck I've been eyeing up pretty much since I started. Because this is my, like, first truck that I bought. Like, I've used the same truck. I haven't bought it. I've upgraded it plenty. I've upgraded the engine, the chassis, transmission, all that stuff. Decorated it, you know. There's my janky water bottle. Changed the interior, paint scheme, everything. Like, I've upgraded all sorts of stuff about this truck. But I'll be excited to finally get a new truck, and that's why I'm eyeing up that International Lone Star. I mean, it looks cool, it sounds cool. It's a bit older than this. I did one of the free roam missions, I forget what they call them, where you're given a truck and a trailer and a specific mission just to go do that, not really in your career per se. I did one of those with an International Lone Star. I loved it. It's so much bigger than this Kenworth. Like, this Kenworth is so small, all things considered. And of course, it's a, you know, it's a day cab, so obviously it's not too big. But the International Lone Star I'm looking up has, you know, a big sleeper and all this cool stuff. And it's a big truck. I'm sure it can haul more. And I've got plenty of money to upgrade it, which is what I plan on doing. I'll upgrade everything about it that's already not good enough. I'll upgrade the engine, chassis, transmission, everything. Everything's going to get upgraded. Oh, we're about 90 miles out. Still about 2 hours away, which tells me it's probably a pain in the ass to traverse through San Antonio to get to where we're going. It's probably past downtown and probably up some windy road somewhere. If the miles don't look that bad, but the time to get there looks pretty bad, then yeah, you can probably guess that it's not the distance, it's the windiness of a road or something like that that prevents you from getting there in good time. Yesterday, off camera, I got my truck stuck for the first time. Now, I didn't have to call services. Like, well, I had to call services when I fell through the map. That I don't really count that as getting stuck, because that's just kind of... that's a little absurd, isn't it? Falling through the map. Something out of my control, per se. Kind of have to call services for that. Ooh, what's this? Is this the... Oh, it's San Antonio. I didn't even realize it. Alright. Well, we're about in downtown San Antonio. Anyway, I got my truck stuck. I overshot a corner. I can't remember where I was. I think I was coming into Del Rio, maybe? It was one of those cities. It was before I got to Laredo. I was kind of working my way there. And I overshot a corner trying to get around a car and absolutely sent this thing into a ditch, jackknifed it, got it stuck. But after like 10 minutes of jiggling around my wheel, messing with the differentials, I finally got this thing out. It caused some truck damage and some trailer damage, but I got it out. And I wasn't fined for any damage or lost XP for anything, which is a good thing. I'm very happy that I didn't lose anything in that somehow, considering I jackknifed my truck into a ditch and got it stuck. I guess it is something. Sometimes you'll get into absurd wrecks that don't give you like a bunch of damage, and then you'll hit like a sign and it puts like 10% damage on your truck. Like, why? I have a bull bar and I smashed into a freaking yield sign that shouldn't give me 10% damage. If anything, I should obliterate the sign. I mean, it's a little funky, but I guess gotta have something to spend money on. And if it's repairs, so be it. But yeah, San Antonio is great. If there's any city, I mean, I wouldn't want to move to the city. I don't particularly care for it. But if I had to move to any city in America, any big city, then it'd probably be San Antonio. I don't think I need the wipers anymore. It's not raining, is it? No. Ooh, money. ATS Bank. Lovely. Okay, about 35 miles, 55 minutes. We're making pretty good time, I'd say. This video, I'll probably only do this mission, or I'll probably only do this load for this video because I've got something to do after this. Well, I made better time than I thought. We'll see when I get there, and I'll see what time it is. Might do a smaller load after this. Change the lane maneuver. Okay, I'm ready, I'm always ready. Just tell me where to go, Mr. Policeman. Alright, we're almost there. Yeah. Alright. We're getting there. We're slowing down some. But yeah, see, we gotta do like a big loop. I do love the mission like style of these though. Police escorts and blocking off roads. Makes you feel a bit special, doesn't it? And it's like, oh man, big mission. I'm carrying this big construction stuff for somebody. It is insane how in real life we've managed to make trucks that can pull this kind of stuff. I gotta swing wide here. Bike cop. Hello. That's still enough. Yeah, that's good. Imagine being that guy in that Jeep back there, just watching this behemoth come down the road and try and take a turn. I'd be terrified of somebody hitting me doing that. But that's precisely why they do block off the roads for stuff like this. Prime Rib Roadhouse. Alright. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm not bothering using blinkers because I'm special today. Come on, buddy. Get up in the gears. Let's go. We are almost there. We're just going very slow. 25 miles an hour. Alright. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Something like that. It is dark over there. Good lord. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There's no lights. It's the wilderness, but, you know, whatever. Oh, buddy. Don't hit the sign. Okay. Almost took out a stop sign, but I didn't, and that's what matters. We're making it. 4.1 miles per gallon. Yeah, alright. Just trying to keep it from hitting signs or anything, trying to play it safe. But fine. They're very... I did have a problem with that one episode. I was on an overpass. I couldn't go any more to the right because I would have hit it. Like I would have been hitting the side of the railing on the overpass, and the game got mad at me and made me load my last checkpoint. I just took out a sign with my trailer. I saw that, and I'm hitting this pole. No trailer damage, so that's all I really care about. We are almost there. Come on now. What is this even? Is this like a big construction area, or it might be an actual... Come on, dude, step on it. I wonder what would happen if I hit him. I probably shouldn't test that now, but I kind of want to. Maybe next time. I'm so close, I don't want to risk anything. I doubt it'd do very much, but whatever. Better safe than sorry. A wise man said that once, I think. I wonder where all these quotes originated from. Like all the stuff we say in our day-to-day lives. Whether it makes sense or it's dumb or whatever. I wonder like where they originated from. I wonder how long we've been saying stuff like that. You know, better safe than sorry. My mind went blank to any others, but you know what I'm talking about. We're almost there, dude. Come on. You can step on it a little bit. There we go. Alright. Let's pull this guy right here. This is much easier than delivering to Starbase near Brownsville. Alright. Pulling into Starbase, you gotta like swing it all the way wide, and I screwed that up really bad once. Okay, 9-hour drive in game time. But I think, yes, level 18. Should I go ahead and buy the truck? You know, I'll save that for next episode. Question is, should I do one more little mission? I might. Let's see what we got going out of San Antonio. If there's something to like Junction or Austin, then yeah, I'll probably take it. Or maybe even Waco. Something small. Let's go to our freight market. And see outgoing stuff from San Antonio. I'll save buying the new truck and configuring it for next episode, because that'll be something pretty fun. Alright, let's see. There's Lufkin. Let's see. San Antonio to Fort Worth. Not a terrible drive. Dallas, it's about the... Ooh. That's completely opposite side of San Antonio. Definitely not doing that one. This music's pretty vibey. It feels very truckery, if that makes sense. San Antonio to Houston. I might do this one. You know what? It's a gas trailer. $6,000. We'll do it. Shouldn't be able to make good time on this. Alright, let's swing you around there, partner. Come on. Changing pace a bit though, in what I'm like talking about, instead of just talking about something random. There's, I guess, I don't really. This is kind of me expressing my opinions or whatever, but the problem with politics these days. Ooh, I know, controversial. How scary. No, it's, to me, it's just how dumb politics is. Oh boy. Like how we treat it. I don't know if I'm supposed to go up here, but okay, whatever. It worked. But as to how we treat politics, we treat it amongst ourselves as some system where it's supposed to define us. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that your political opinions can, or what to some people use to judge you. That seems like a dumb thing to judge on. In certain instances, it makes sense, right? Like there's certain political beliefs that aren't exactly let me put it this way, they're contradictory to what one's individual stance might be, or like, not stance, but situation. But I get my main point is with all this, and it's the big problem with politics, is how divisive it is, and just how misinformative it is in it of itself. Like, there's so many people online, and there's a good video by Ryan Macbeth that I recommend you check out, like covering the recent shooting involving ICE agents and the individual Miss Renee Good in Minneapolis. And I'm sure you have seen all sorts of stuff about it. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. You've probably seen videos, you've probably seen all sorts of awful, well, decent and awful takes about the entire situation online, especially on Twitter, because that is like where everybody goes to express their opinions. But Ryan made a great point using some software and whatnot about misinformation. There are so many accounts, fraudulent accounts, that just spread all sorts of information, some for, some against the shooting. And it's just made to divide us. It's made to make you have an opinion. It's made to make you feel some way about a situation. And is this the exit? Okay, yes. And it's made to tear us apart and from against each other. And it's also made to make certain minorities seem like majorities based on just how loud they are, right? Like, people advocating for all sorts of stuff. It's this group of like 20 real people, then plenty of bot accounts, and just other fraudulent accounts. I don't know. Yes, okay, I'm supposed to be on this road. These exits are kind of confusing sometimes. I'm gonna do a risky maneuver here, somewhat. I probably let off a little bit. But it's made to quite literally tear us apart. And it's just so dumb how we commit ourselves to parties, you know, to an institution that is designed to tear us apart. I mean, George Washington advocated against political parties, and then look what happened. Literally not even long after he left the presidency, political parties became this defining point of American politics. You know, you had to be in a political party, otherwise you were seen as contributing to a problem. Like, if you are describe yourself as an independent, which I would describe myself personally as being politically independent, as I don't like any parties. I don't like the idea of them. They're, like I've said before, they're designed to tear us apart as American citizens, and even abroad, but I'm speaking in terms of the United States, because that's where I live, and, you know, that's where all these issues are confined in. And it's just so, and yeah, I've reiterated this point many times, but it's dumb. And why are we so keen on fighting one another? We've got plenty of real world adversaries. Why devote our time to fighting one another, I meant to say, on the internet? It's pointless. Like, there's so many. Okay, it doesn't solve anything. Everybody with politics, nobody debates anymore. Nobody debates. Not even Charlie Kirk, as many people like to paint him as a peaceful, you know, debater. Even he's not a true debater. He's argumentative, as are the people or most of the people who would go up to his, you know, quote unquote debates. All we do these days politically is argue. Nobody debates. Nobody. Nobody has an open mind. Nobody cares to change their viewpoint, where they stand on things. Everybody just wants to argue. They've got their reasons, their beliefs that they are committed to, and they just want to argue with people about them. They want to try, truth be told, I don't know what they want to try. Just try and convince other people that they're right and everyone else is wrong, and try and convince people to join them, so to speak. Because the goal of a true debate is to try and convince someone to agree with you. But that being said, in a true debate, you also have to keep an open mind. You have to think, and if someone says something that makes sense, you have to be able to acknowledge that you might be wrong. You have to be able to change your viewpoint. That's the entire point of a debate. But these days, we don't do that. As a society, we don't. Politically, we don't do that. It's stupid, because truth be told, we are arguing over nothing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like politics isn't important, because politics, well, it is important, but we need to stop treating it the way we do, because we're not getting anywhere the way that we use it, and bringing it up in times where it's entirely pointless and all this judging and stuff. Politics is not the defining feature of everything, and it shouldn't be, right? Like, we should be able to have fun and do all this and have opinions without it needing to escalate into arguments. And I mean, there's so much to talk about, like where I stand on specific issues. I won't get into stuff like that, because that is just, those are personal issues, and it's not important. Some stuff I might get into, but, you know, it's... My main point with all this is that politics today in America are useless. They're pointless. They're meant to divide us, and we feel compelled to support parties that don't truly care about us. We're compelled to have these beliefs that align, or we're supposed to align politically with what our party is agreeing with, and all this and that. And obviously, oh crap, that almost ended really badly. Anyway, and I apologize for not being, I guess, the best commentator here, but it's just too divisive, and I made this point so many times. I'll move on from this here briefly. But yeah, debate it no longer exists. It's true debate, and you can argue it never truly existed, only on paper. But I'm speaking for America today, and debate does not exist. Only arguments. And where do arguments get us? Nowhere. But we commit ourselves to this. We've brought this upon ourselves as the people, you know. And we can blame entities all we want, but at the end of the day, we're the ones who enable this. And it's not helped by what we post, feeling so compelled to post about our beliefs online, feeling so compelled to argue about them. It's not stuff we should be doing. I don't know this. Okay, I'm going to do a very, very, very risk maneuver right here. Blow past all that. Save us some time. Okay. And yeah, politics is pointless, is what I'm getting at here. How we use it is pointless, because politics in itself isn't pointless. How we use it is, we're not getting anywhere with it. Anyway, this hopefully gives you an idea of kind of what I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about all sorts of stuff as I play this game, because I've got goals, but it's not really mission oriented like the stuff I normally play. You know, escape the back rooms, which will be coming back eventually, hopefully. You know, you've got specific goals laid out. Oh my God, Camaro, you about died. This game isn't like that. It's just very free. So what I'm gonna do is kind of talk about opinions I have and whatnot. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get stuck behind a train here. And I'm starting out though with what I describe the problem with politics. And there's plenty of problems with politics, most of which I won't get into here. But the underlying thing is it's divisive and it doesn't get us anywhere. And you can see that, like, some people will argue the point that these arguments, this debate that these debates that we have with each other are important. But really, how? Right? Like, how does arguing with each other do anything? Debate has a reason, a purpose. Arguing doesn't. We resort to name calling in arguments. You see that all the time in politics these days. You know, slurs, disinformation about others, because we're so committed to our ideologies, which are inherently flawed, and we just tear each other apart about that car. Schulenburg. I've never heard of that. Very German. And I guess as an advisory to anyone who might watch this is don't get caught up in politics. Have your opinions, have your beliefs. That is important. But don't feel the need to push that onto anyone else. Don't feel the need to argue about it, because it's entirely pointless. It's not getting you anywhere. It's not getting anybody anywhere. And refrain from it. Now, I will say something that somewhat divulges into my personal beliefs. I hear something outside. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can hear it. I think it's a plane. It's very loud. Could be a vacuum. You wouldn't think those two would sound related, but in this specific instance, well, you never know. But I suppose my disappointments. What? That's not good. That's really not good. I've never had 20% damage. That is definitely going to get me a fine. I didn't see that car. That is bad. I got thoroughly... I guess that'd be considered a T-bone, wouldn't it? A trailer T-bone. Oh, that's not good. That's going to dock me a lot of points and experience points and money. But, oh boy. Well, alright. Whatever. Hopefully I still make a profit. They're pretty strict about trailer damage. Like, you get like 2 or 3%. That's enough to kind of dock you some pretty significant points and money. Or earnings, I should say. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I am thoroughly disappointed with the current American administration. The second Trump administration. Like, never would I think we could elect, which, keep in mind, Donald Trump is representing the free world. Like, he's the leader of the free world. The United States is the leading nation of what should be the free world. What is considered the free world. He is the leader of the free world. He is the most powerful man on the planet. And he is just a name caller. He talks like he's in 3rd grade. He's such a hypocrite. He is extremely self-centered. You know, he's the biggest narcissist, I think, perhaps in American political history. And he's making such dumb decisions as president. It's barely been a year since he's been inaugurated, and he's made such dumb decisions that are so detrimental to our country and where we stand on the world stage, it's just absurd. And the big thing I'll talk about is his annexation of Greenland. Greenland is a territory, an autonomous territory of Denmark. Denmark is our allied nation, a part of NATO, in Scandinavia. Or I suppose, is Denmark considered Scandinavia? I don't really know. I don't know if that's really a debate, but point is, okay. Inspection station's up here. Sorry for that slight. I'll probably cut that out. I had an interaction. Oh crap. A real world interaction with somebody. Oh, how scary. Anyways, as I was saying, it is absurd how this man can threaten our allied nations, threaten to invade a territory of an allied nation, and that be paraded and celebrated by people. It is absurd. I hear another aircraft, a helicopter, flying very low. In real life, okay. But, anyways, I mean, and that's been the most irritating thing to me. Like, obviously, Trump has done some terrible, he's had some terrible domestic policy. You better not hit me. Dude, what are you doing? AI is stupid. Anyways, it has been the most irritating thing to me, seeing him threaten our allied nations. Like, I don't think he comprehends, I don't think he understands the reason why we're a superpower is because our allies assist us to be that. We have bases all around the world. We can do missions on the opposite side of the world, fight wars on the opposite side of the world, because our allied nations abroad they support us. They help us with logistics, with all that. We are only a superpower. We can only combat Russia and China to the fullest extent with the help of our allied nations, but we have a president who is actively working against our allied nations, threatening them. It's just, any person with the most basic understanding of geopolitics can tell you the stuff he's doing is very bad on the global stage. But yet, I need to get on this exit, okay. It's still celebrated by so many people, and I'm sorry, if you support this, you are dumb. What are you thinking? I mean, seriously. This is only detrimental to America. It truly, truly is. And we are losing credibility. We're losing partners. This is detrimental to our safety in and of itself as well. Just such dumb decisions. And there's plenty of domestic policy that Trump has, you know, what's the word? He is affected in a negative way. There's definitely a better word for that. I just could not think of it. But there is just so much stupid stuff domestically. I mean, this man, he had his supporters attack a government building, and they faced the punishment that they should have. They were facing the punishment that they deserved for attacking said federal building. And then he went out and pardoned them all, but then criticizes now people who have the potential to be that same kind of threat, like the whole attacking federal agents, you know, attacking ICE or ICE agents, will be met with the fullest extent of the law. Yet on January 6th, there were people attacking federal agents, and although they did see the fullest extent of the law, they were punished to the fullest extent of the law, they got pardoned as soon as Trump took office. People who stormed the Capitol building of our nation. And Donald Trump is not innocent in this. He radicalized these people into doing that. He is a radical fan base, and that is a terrible thing for our country. It truly is. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's been plenty of controversial presidents. George W. Bush, Barack Obama were all controversial in their own ways, but at least they were respectable men, respectable leaders. Even Biden, to an extent, you know, admittedly he made a fool of himself plenty of times, but he wasn't near as detrimental to our country, detrimental to our democracy as Donald Trump. And I do take the stance that Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy. And I'm no, liberal or Democrat. I don't align myself with any of those positions because I don't care for that. I really don't. And I don't care for politics in and of itself all too much. But I mean, this man has just made so many terrible decisions, and it is just absurd to me how the strongest nation on earth could allow such a fool to lead it. I mean, it is awful, but either way, I am finishing up this job now, so that's good. I do hope my opinionated topics in the future are, well, I guess really nothing particularly wholesome to talk about, but yeah, you'll certainly get to learn more about me with what I'm posting about here. And yeah, just discussing the problems with politics, and then how I feel about President Trump and his policies. Okay, let's see. Satisfactory. That was not satisfactory. I freaking destroyed the trailer. Yeah. Okay, well, that's not great. Anyways, let me park my truck somewhere. Turn off my hazards. Let's swing you. And I'll just park it right here. Parking brake, turn it off, and yeah. Well, thank you all for watching, listening in. If you made it here, I appreciate it. Listening to me yap and just talk about stuff. And I'm excited to continue this series. And next time, I will be buying an International Lone Star truck, upgrading it, doing all that stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.